Eoghan Corry, the editor of Air and Travel magazine. I saw this. I was reading, just floating around on social media, and I saw this thing, sleep tourism, and I read a report called the Hilton Trend Report, and I had to laugh, because what it said to me was the hotels of the world have found another way to get an extra couple of quid out of you. Good morning, Eoghan.
PJ, we don't even need to conduct this interview. You've summed it up in one line. That's exactly what is happening. That is exactly what's happening. And so sorry to subject your listeners to a bit of pillow talk at this hour of the day.
And that's exactly what it... I mean, they're now saying we have a bed consultant in the hotel.
Yeah, there's a director of sleep appointed by one major Irish hotel. Hotel groups have been filling my inbox for the last 18 months with how great their pillows are, how they sense the pillows. You can get pillow menus. You can order in advance if you want a bit of lavender on the left-hand side and a bit of blueberry on the right. And there's no drisheen or anything Corkonian in it. But I'm sure if you put a request into a five-star hotel, they'd go chasing that up. But realistically, it's another attempt, and hotels are under pressure. You've got to remember, they're all trying they are converging to look and feel the same around the world. You know, you can almost have the same type of check-in desk, the same sort of hotel lobby area. They all invest a little bit in their artwork. And the reason that they're getting more and more the same is big corporate customers like that. People like to know that the plug is going to be in a certain place in the room, that their room is going to look this way, the desk is going to be in a certain place. So how do you differentiate yourself then? And one of the ways they're doing that is you can get a better night's sleep in my hotel, and this is my pillow menu, and you can order lavender-scented pillows before you stay.
Funny you'd said that. I had noticed that. Now, I don't stay in a whole lot of posh hotels myself in the course of an average year, but I have noticed they are getting kind of samey, no matter where you go.
It's become an American thing that, you know, the big franchises hotels, and there are about 5 or 6 that rule the world, the Marriotts and the Hiltons. They will require anybody who takes the franchise out to look the same as other Marriott hotels. And that's a bit of a problem, because sometimes hoteliers don't really want it to look the same as everyone else, but they're more or less forced to do that. And while it's a frequent traveller, you know, there's comfort in that, particularly if you've gone hotel to hotel, you're checking in late, you're a bit tired. You don't have to start working out the logistics of the room. I've stayed in hotels where the problem with sleep has not been whether there's a sleep menu with lavender on it, but how do you turn off the light? My great friend, James Ruddick, he was a travel writer with Travel Pulse in New York, and he hung around with the beat poets. He was a poet himself, but he said he had a great phrase: as complicated as an Asian hotel room. Because sometimes you go in and you can spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes trying to work out how to get the lights off. You get one light off and another one comes on. In one case in Tasmania, I remember phoning reception. Somebody came from reception and showed me the light switch was at the back of the headboard over my pillows. And in another place in Singapore, I remember it was shown to me that I had to put it out with my foot. There was a little button on the ground with your foot. So turning off the light is a far more a basic requirement of hotel guests than lavender in their pillows.
It is. The thing that I often would would encourage me to go back or not go back, because so many of the hotels I visited were to do with work, Eoghan. What is it with hotels? The light in a room, you can't work with the light in a hotel bedroom.
Absolutely, and that's before you get into the shower and you try to press something and it hits you under the armpit instead of over your head. So they overcomplicate things, and there's never any adequate instructions. There's nobody ever... And when you phone reception, it takes an awful long time for someone to come up to show you how to do it. And if you're tired after... I've just come off an 11-hour flight, 11-hour plus the transfer from Heathrow. So I've been in the air for maybe 16, 17 hours. So in some of those cases, you're arriving in a hotel quite tired. the last thing you want is a wrestling match with the light switch.
or to be selecting from a pillow menu. By the way, remember we were talking last year about the bed bug problem?
That's another. Yeah, good night and let the bed bugs bite. That was a big World Cup Paris thing last year, which didn't seem to have very much basis, because bed bugs, they tend to multiply a bit during the summer, they tend to die off in winter. They're really almost extinct. There was a couple of complaints about them last year, particularly when the World Cup was flying, and all the focus of the world was on France. A little bit unfair on France, but what with the guys in the shiny suits and the PowerPoint presentations, PJ, they latched onto this, and at least 3 of the major hotel conferences, I saw specific mattresses designed to deal with bed bugs, which were now being sold. You see, okay, one of the things that really important, light switch. The other thing that makes you sleep or otherwise in a hotel is your mattress. And I have noticed an upscaling. Some of the mattresses are really, really great. Sometimes they have a notice in reception saying, these are our mattresses if you want to buy them, because people are really impressed by the mattresses they come across in hotels. Counterintuitively, PJ, sometimes the best mattresses are in really cheap budget hotels. The Premier Inn, which I know is a presence in Cork, has terrific mattresses.
They have. I stayed in a few of them, yeah. And
sometimes they're better than the 4 and 5 star. But one thing that has been really upscaled and upsold in recent years is the mattresses. We also have a tendency in some hotels to pile pillows onto. I do like a lot of pillows. I like one for my tummy. I want one for the side of my head. I sleep on my side. But sometimes you have so many pillows, you're nearly at reaching in. You're nearly at the light bulb before you start removing them off the bed.
Well, the Queen Bee, my good missus, likes to bring her own wherever she goes.
There is a lot of people who do that, and that was a great idea until Ryanair arrived, and we ended up with your luggage charges, because getting a pillow into a luggage, I know there are these shrinkable pillows that people tell me about all the time that they bring around with them. But if you really have a favourite pillow, it's got to be stuffed with the ducks that your grandmother reared, the down from the ducks that your grandmother reared in West Cork or whatever.
Eoghan, thank you. Eoghan Corry, editor of Air and Travel magazine. So if you see a hotel that's offering you a selection of pillows, a smell on the pillow, a selection of mattresses, and would you like to talk to their sleep manager, they're only looking to take a few quid off you. Thanks, Eoghan. That's true, though. The Queen Bee, we do put cases into the hold when we go on holidays. And last year, and I think she'll want to do it again this year, last year, she brought her own pillow. She put it into the suitcase, and she built all the T-shirts and shorts and stuff around it. And she brought her own pillow with her on her holidays, because that's how she likes to sleep.